Hello, Captains! Welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. This is the free-to-play edition of Star Trek Online. This is my character, Rami Summers. She is a tactical character. We are flying an escort right now. We have the patrol escort going. We are level 54. Level 54. I have been doing, when I can, the Admiralty system. Now that we have access to that in the game, that gives us a little more XP and rewards and things. Pretty nice system, especially for a free-to-play character where you want to earn more XP, get more specialization points as the game goes on, which will make your character better. And one thing that I've been lacking or having trouble with, it also helps you earn energy credits. So I have used those energy credits. I had gotten up to about 900,000 energy credits, which so far on this character was the most I had obtained. Well, I took those energy credits and quickly spent them all. But I think I spent them on a good thing, or at least I hope so. I have bought myself from the exchange. Look at what I have here. I've got a Herald projector weapon. That's right, Herald technology, Iconian Heralds. Anti-proton damage is what it does. Here are the stats. Herald anti-proton beam. It's doing 59.7 anti-proton damage times 2, 164 DPS, 40% chance of a plus 2.5% critical chance when attacking, 5% chance of a 7% bonus energy damage to self for 20 seconds, and that can stack up to 3 times, and then plus 30% critical severity. It is the modifiers are crit D and damage times 2 on this one. This was 800,000 energy credits. In the grand scheme of things, that's very, very cheap. So this was a cheap weapon that I was able to put on myself, and I figured, you know what, this would be something a little unique as we move forward. Instead of using standard weaponry like I've been using, I was using a Voth weapon before, but instead of using, the cliche type of weapons or whatever that you may use leveling up a character, let's use something unique because we're moving into a storyline now that is really interesting. The next storyline we're going to move into is the Solanae stuff. So we've just finished all the Breen missions. That was fun. That is basically the core of missioning in Star Trek Online. Once you finish the Breen invasion, you've pretty much got the core done. Klingon War, Wasteland, Romulan, Cardassian, Borg, and Breen. Then from there, the new stuff starts. This is where they've added these special featured episodes into the game over the years and put them into their own category. And so we're going to be starting the Solanae Dyson Sphere stuff. And then after that is the Delta Quadrant stuff, which is a whole expansion in its own. And then the Iconian missions, the Iconian War. And then Future Proof, which is where we are now in the current game, Future Proof. So we've still got a long way to go, but we're moving into the really fascinating and really interesting missions in this game. So I'm very much looking forward to taking this character into those missions and starting to get some really good gear. The rewards on these missions are better than the rewards we've had on any previous missions, and that's because these were featured episode missions or featured episode series. And so typically when you get a featured episode or mission, they have given better rewards for that. Sometimes a space set, sometimes ground stuff. There's stuff here that is going to really help our character since, we are on free-to-play and I'm not using the C-Store to buy anything and that sort of stuff. Now, I don't want to spend any money on this character. I'm trying to do this as a completely free playthrough, not one dime spent. But these missions are going to offer some great rewards. I'm highly looking forward to that because it's going to be good stuff. So that is where we're going to transition into now, is all that stuff. Before we get there, though, just a real quick summary of where we've been. Like I said, we finished the Breen missions. We have just come from the 6th anniversary of Star Trek Online, and from that, I did all the grinding necessary on this character to get the Tier 6 Crinum Science ship. So I do have that ship. In fact, I've already unpacked it. It's on this character. From that ship, we got a couple of things that I have added to my ship that are going to make it a little bit more unique, and for the first time we're going to see these things in action. I have the Crinum Chroniton Torpedo Launcher Mark 12. This again came from the Tier 6 Crinum Science ship. I took it off of that ship and I put it on my ship. So we've got this awesome Crinum Chroniton Torpedo I can't wait to see. Now it's part of a set. It's part of the Chronometric Calculations set, but I don't have any of the other pieces, so we don't benefit from any of those bonuses. Another piece from that ship that I have put on this ship is the console Universal Timeline Stabilizer. Just having this on my ship gives me a passive bonus of plus 15% cooldown reduction on Science Bridge Officer abilities. But this has a feature in of itself, and that is PBOE 3 kilometers foe, negative speed, negative turn, negative recharge self, plus recharge, plus firing rate. I have a cycle haste, a firing cycle haste thing here to me. I don't know how this thing works or what it really does, how it's going to benefit us. I really don't know yet. I have never used this console before, so we're going to use it. Hopefully we'll get to use it in this mission today. So those are the two new things on this ship that I have from the 6th anniversary ship. Otherwise, I've made no other changes to this ship. It's still just how I left it after the Breen missions. I still have the Jem'Hadar Deflector, Impulse, and Shield. And I'm going to keep the Jem'Hadar set on here until we get to the next set, which I think is the Solanae set. And then I'll see how that compares and see if I want to use that on the ship. Otherwise, nothing here has changed. Like I said, as far as ground goes, nothing has really changed either, except for I have now added that Herald anti-proton split beam projector weapon. And that's it. Everything, even my bridge officers have all stayed the same. I haven't changed anything on them. Everybody could do with an upgrade, but I don't have the resources now because I literally, as you can see, spent like all my energy credits on that weapon. Now I've only got 88,000 energy credits left. But again, the good thing is doing the Admiralty system, which I am doing, will reward energy credits. A lot of the missions reward energy credits. All those energy credits I earned were from the Admiralty system. Also, I've got a pretty good amount of dilithium now. I've got about 40,000 dilithium. I haven't used any of it yet. So that's another resource we will have in the future too, if I want to use that. I'm just going to keep collecting it and see where we need to spend it. My resources, again, you know, energy credits were going good there, and then I spent them all, but, you know, that's the way it goes. Now, reputation. Let's get to that real quick. I have not started any of the reputations. It would behoove me, it would be good for this character if I did start a reputation, something like Task Force Omega, for example. Unfortunately, in order to do that, of course, I have to play the STFs. And I don't really want to do that yet on this character because that's going to artificially increase our level here faster than I want to. And I guess I could, but I really want to just continue doing the storyline missions until I like finish all of them. And then like once I finish all of them, then I can go to STFs and start doing reputation stuff. That's kind of the idea here, although, you know, realistically, if I were really, you know, building this character up and not making a video about it, I would start playing the reputations now. I would start grinding out the Borg reputation first, and I would do that. Of course, that would make me level up a whole lot faster. Anyway, for the sake of this video, I will save the STFs for the very end, because that way what I can do is show you that with all in-game story content and story rewards, I am able to do the STFs, because that's a big thing I want to show, because a lot of people think, you know, It's almost like a chicken and the egg. You don't have the gear you really need to go do the STFs until you go do the STFs to get the gear to do the STFs. You know what I mean? But that's not really true. You can do the STFs quite well with story rewards if you build it right. If you make a good ground build and a good space build, you can be quite capable of doing advanced level. I'm talking not even normal, going up, advanced level STFs with no problem. It's just a matter of building it right and using those resources that you get as rewards for your missions. And so that's what I want to show is capable. That after playing all the missions in the game and getting the mission rewards, we can grind out the STFs just fine at endgame. So anyway, we'll get to that. Just a whole bunch of catch up there on where we are and where we're headed. Let's jump straight to this. If anything else comes to my mind, I will let you know. Solanae Dyson Sphere, a massive Iconian gateway. Oh yeah, duh. If you haven't yet watched the Romulan, the Romulan stuff where I'm kind of confusing myself. I'm sure y'all are confused too. Okay, go to the reputation real quick and go to New Romulus Reputation. If you have seen all 5 videos and played all five missions or 4 missions or whatever, you can skip past this. But if you haven't yet seen those New Romulus Reputation video and then missions, I'm going to have a link in the description and in this video. And I also put one in the last video to go watch my series playing the New Romulus Reputation missions, because that is a precursor to the Dyson Sphere stuff we're about to get into. So if you haven't yet seen that stuff, and there's like one video, the first one is a video, and the other 4 are missions. If you haven't seen those yet, go do it now, because it leads to where we're getting into now. It would be a good idea. You could still understand the story without it, but it would be a good idea to see it. Now let's start. Solanae Dyson Sphere. A massive Iconian gateway leads to a Dyson Sphere on the edge of the Delta Quadrant. What mysteries lie within? Sphere of Influence. The Romulan Republic has invited representatives of the Romulan Republic, the Federation, and the Klingon Defense Force to New Romulus for the first trip through the gateway. We're going to go through the Iconian gateway found on New Romulus for the first time. And let's see what's inside. The gateway discovered beneath the surface of New Romulus is prepared and ready for activation. Because the Romulan Republic is dedicated to sharing the gateway and all we learn from it with our allies, we are inviting representatives of the Romulan Republic, the Federation, and the Klingon Defense Force to join us on a New Romulus for the first trip through the gateway. I would be honored if you would join us, Admiral. This mission can only be completed as a single player. Go to New Romulus, which is located in the Beta Quadrant, and attend the dedication and reactivation of an Iconian gateway. Now, here are some of the cool rewards that I was talking about already. This very first mission gives us a couple of very cool rewards. You'll have a choice between a 360-degree beam called an Ancient Omnidirectional Beam Array, or you can choose an Obelisk Subspace Rift Warp Core. An excellent warp core that if you haven't done any of the reputations and have a reputation warp core yet, this will be the best warp core you can get so far right now in a storyline mission, and much better than the warp core we're using right now. So of course I'm going to equip this warp core. Also, if you're using anti-proton weapons, this Ancient Omnidirectional Beam Array could be very beneficial to you. Especially in the rear of a ship, because it's a 360-degree beam. Anyway, we will talk more about those at the end of the mission here. For the purpose of my playthrough, I'm going to go with a warp core, because the beam is not actually going to benefit me because I'm using cannons, but the warp core will. So we'll talk about that. We'll go through all that. But as you can see, the rewards have been amped up, starting with the Solanae Dyson Sphere stuff. each reward in each mission is going to be much better than any of the rewards we got in any of the previous missions. That's why I love these missions. They give some really cool rewards. Okay, let's go and visit New Romulus. Let me make sure I have all my buttons here for my new abilities. Timeline Stabilizer is ready to go. I should have the Chronoton weapon. I don't need that. Yeah, it's on automatic. Random Chronoton Torpedo. So all my new stuff is ready to go. I can't wait to use it. I don't think we'll get an opportunity in this mission, though, because if I recall correctly, we don't actually get to do any space battle in this particular ship. Now that I'm thinking about it. So it might be the next mission we get to finally do some combat. Anyway, eventually we'll get to it, but I can't wait to use that Timeline Stabilizer and the Chronoton Torpedo, the Crinum one, and see how they both work. Alright, let's get to New Romulus. So we'll just go the old-fashioned way for right now. I know I can transorb there, but I don't want to use the resources. So to save you guys the agony of sitting through sector space on our long journey toward New Romulus, I'll pause the video now. And then when our ship gets to New Romulus, I will restart the video. That way you won't have to sit and wait. There we go. See, wasn't that fast? Here we are, everybody, at New Romulus. So let us start Sphere of Influence. So it's going to beam us...
Welcome to New Romulus.
Straight down here. So where we are right now is literally underground on New Romulus. This is where the Iconian Gateway was found. Welcome to New Romulus, Admiral. I am Frennick, and I serve as a liaison officer for Titan. As you can see, we've stabilized the environment in the area as part of our investigations of the Gateway. Protective gear is no longer necessary. Admiral Kararek is waiting for you in the Gateway chamber. So in the last missions, we had to use an environmental suit to come in here, and now we no longer have to. They've made it breathable, so that's nice. Kararek, by the way, is Klingon, I believe. The Romulans, the Klingons, and the Federation have come together in cooperation here. And here it is, guys. This is where the Iconian Gateway will pop up once we activate it. Lava beneath us, literally using geothermal power for the Iconian Gateway. There's Worf. Worf is part of our mission. This was pretty big news when this mission came out, this featured episode. Worf plays a big part, and it is voiced by the one and only. Okay, let's talk to everybody. There's a lot of people we can talk to here, so let's do this.
Let me explain.
As part of our excavations into this area, we found artifacts from a much older civilization that once lived on this world. These primitive people appeared to share the planet with their gods, in actuality a species with a much higher technological level than their own. These Daewons were abandoned when their gods left the world, but over time developed their own culture and technology. Then they found the Gateway. It's Iconian, but it must have seemed almost magical to the Daewons. Using geothermal energy, they managed to activate the Gateway briefly, but the reaction was too unstable. The geothermal tap caused a chained volcanic reaction that devastated the planet. Our scientists say that ash clouded the sky, dropping temperatures and dramatically altering the climate of much of the habitable land. Radiation levels spiked and many of the Daewons died. The survivors retreated to underground shelters, but it was the end of their civilization. Only the flora and fauna that could adapt survived until we arrived. Now that we've found the Iconian Gateway, we feel that it could be a boon to the Romulan Republic. The entire galaxy will be at our fingertips. Somebody likes it, huh? Let's talk to Corin first. We'll talk to Kararek last. I guess... Wait a minute. Which one's Kararek and which one is Corin? I don't know. Oh, Kararek. No, Kararek is... My character is not behaving correctly. Kararek is a Romulan, not a Klingon. I was completely wrong. Sorry about that. Let's talk to Corin first.
Corin, daughter of Grilka, captain of the mighty IKS Bortiscu, and survivor of 100 battles.
I would much rather be on the front than here, but the Romulans are our allies now, and they have asked for our assistance. The High Council has dispatched the flagship of the fleet to show the strength of our friendship. Okay, so the Bortiscu is here. Here we've got Commander Jarok, and we will be seeing lots of her in the future.
Commander Tiaru Jarok of the RRW Lisette.
The Republic has advanced enough that we need a flagship on par with the Enterprise. I have the honor of commanding her. My father was a Romulan admiral. He wanted to change the galaxy for me, for all children. He wanted us to be able to live our lives in peace, to be free. He was betrayed for his beliefs and lost everything. I grew up being watched by the Tal Shiar. I heard the whispers that said I was the child of a traitor. When Datan told me of his plan, I knew this was the world that my father would have wanted. I left the Empress's fleet and never looked back. Let's see, anybody else to talk to? It looks like, yes, over there. But before I head over there, I see this glowy thing over here. Okay, now let's go around. I believe, yes, there's Valkel Sean of the Enterprise. Okay, there's this guy. Oh, Eric Cooper. I remember you.
Oh, the gateway? Fascinating. Simply fascinating.
The way the teams here have used alternative energy sources to supply the immense amount of power needed to reactivate it is, of course, the Federation Science Council's position on Iconian technology is that it is very dangerous, and if used at all, it should be with extreme caution. Just the opportunity to study Iconian tech is exciting, but to actually see it in use, I never thought I'd have an opportunity like this. Remember, he was helping us with the Borg, and we're actually going to be seeing a lot of him because he's helping us with Iconian stuff now, or Dyson Sphere stuff, really. Talk to Commander Nignan.
Iconian gateways can open up anywhere. You don't have to have another gateway to connect to.
That means the Iconians could show up anywhere. No wonder they controlled most of the quadrant. Guess that means we need some extra firepower if they show up here. If they're still alive. That we don't know yet. Okay, is that everybody? I think so. So then let's talk to Kararek.
Welcome.
The Romulan Republic is here, along with representatives from our allies in the Federation and the Klingon Empire, to witness the dawn of a new age. Harnessing the power of this gateway will change everything for our people. Yes, we must be cautious. The Dawans tried to do the same when it destroyed them, but we have been studying this gateway since its discovery and believe that we understand where they went wrong. We now have the technology and knowledge we need to successfully adapt Iconian technology for our own use. We have a few final adjustments to make, and then we'll be ready to...
You think you have corrected the issue? Consider what happened to the Dawans, and what the result would be if the Romulans lose a second homeworld.
Indeed.
I have encountered Iconian gateways twice before. In both those instances, the finest commanders I ever served found the technology to be too dangerous to preserve. It is difficult to believe that you have managed to do what they could not.
No problem.
Ambassador Worf was invited here because of his experience with Iconian gateways. He has been voicing his concerns with our decision to activate the gateway. My science teams are convinced that they have solved the problems of the past, but I fear that, like the ambassador, some of my engineers have their doubts. Datan and the Senate believe this to be an important step for the New Republic, but it is a step that we must take with our allies. We respect their opinions and want them to join us in this venture. just as the Bajorans and the Federation worked in tandem when the wormhole to the Gamma Quadrant was discovered. In the interest of easing some concerns, Ambassador, I invite you to take a final check of the data. Perhaps Admiral Rami Summers would be willing to assist you. Oh, fine, I'm ready to assist.
Admiral Kararek, I want to start by reviewing your science team's work.
Great. Now I actually have to do, work. This is the part about the mission I don't like here. I don't want to do work. I just want to go shoot things. Speak with researcher Drana.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
I don't mean to be so distracted, but it's taken a lot of work and a lot of late nights to get here. Finally, we're ready. We've considered everything that could go wrong and planned for any contingency. The Dayrons weren't as advanced technologically as we are. They hadn't even become a warp culture when they tried to repower the gateway. We have advantages they can only dream of having. There's some risk, of course, but anything worth doing has some risk. We wouldn't be standing on a new homeworld for our people if we hadn't been willing to take a chance and challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect to you, Ambassador, I don't think there's anything to worry about.
If you want, I'll review the data my team has collected with you. Admiral Rami Summers can review the power variance coefficient numbers for the Alpha, Gamma, and Delta monitors. Maybe I need another set of eyes. I've had a lot of trouble sleeping. Find the power variance coefficients for the Alpha, Gamma, and Delta monitors. If you say so. I'll just do that. Because I know what you're talking about.
Initialized. Select monitoring program.
Power output monitors? Power output levels. Alpha, 45 TJ. Beta, 34 TJ. Gamma, 44 TJ. Delta, 44.6. And Epsilon, 45.1. Power from beta feed dropping. Adjust power levels for maximum output. No way I'm going to remember all that.
Select monitoring program.
Power variance monitors? Power variance, coefficient, that's what she wanted. All PVC within acceptable levels. Alpha is 14, Beta is 77, Gamma is 47, Delta is 38, and Epsilon is 9. So 14, 77, 47, and 38. I'm trying
Program
to
initialized.
Pylon status, Alpha ready, Beta ready.
Program initialized.
Did that do a thing?
Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
Alpha was 77, I remember that.
Are you sure? That doesn't seem right. Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
Oh, maybe Alpha was 14?
Alpha is 14. That looks correct.
Oh. I think Gamma was 47.
Yes, that's correct. Gamma is 47.
Delta was 48 or 38.
Are you sure?
Nope.
That doesn't... Were you able to find the coefficient numbers for me?
Oh, now I have to go through the whole thing again. Okay, Alpha is 14.
Alpha is 14. That
Gamma
looks correct.
is 47.
Yes, that's correct. Gamma is 47.
Delta has to be 38.
Your numbers may be correct, but have you ever witnessed the power of one of these gateways outside of a holodeck? Well, I have. I was invited here to share my knowledge with those willing to listen. Even the best plans seldom survive contact with the enemy.
Perhaps we should speak with the engineering teams.
Yes, they've been asking for the final power variance numbers.
Okay. So Worf is having an issue, apparently. He does not like this idea of activating the gate.
I appreciate you speaking up about your concerns.
If our projections are off at all, we could end up freezing to death in caves just like the Daywans. This gateway is an extremely valuable resource, but is it worth losing everything we built here? I have numbers for you.
Finally!
You want a full-time job here? I could use some reliable help. These aren't too bad. Better than what we had before. Maybe this will work after all.
I agree that the simulations look promising, but I still have some concerns.
So do I, but we're on a deadline.
My team has the geothermal tap operational and with the proper numbers. We can finally align the power flow to the gateway and activate it again. I'd be happy to discuss your concerns with you, Ambassador, but I'll need someone to help with the final commands and raise the pylons while I monitor the power levels. Admiral, could you help? All of my team are busy with the tap, and it will give the Ambassador and I some time to talk. I'd ask Adrana to do it, but she's got her hands full. Datan invited you here, Ambassador. He had a good reason, and he's a good man. I trust him. If he thinks you have something important to say, we need to listen.
Perhaps we can find a solution that will ensure the safety of all of us. Show me your projections.
I'll activate the consoles and monitor the power readings. Well, okay. Worf seems to be the only one having a problem with this. I don't know what I did. I activated the main power grid. Open gateway pylon doors. That is so cool. Activate gateway pylon risers. Oh, there's the pylons. This is going to be cool. Arise! Awaken! And there it is. The gateway. It comes alive. It's alive! It's alive! I have a feeling something's going to go very wrong. Return to Commander Mayek. Mayek.
The numbers are good, but something seems off.
This gateway may not be exactly like the others we've encountered.
Agreed. Sensor readings from the gateways I've encountered were significantly different than this. Could it be because of the power source you're using?
Readings like this make me wonder.
You open a door, and that means there's got to be something on the other side. Maybe this isn't a one-way trip. Do you think there's something on the other side trying to get in?
The numbers aren't saying that exactly, but it's a real possibility.
I understand what the gateway means to my people, but I'm concerned about what could happen if we open it without taking more precautions. Can we add more security?
Captains Sean and Corin have been consulting with Kararek's security forces. I will ask Corin to deploy some of her finest warriors. I do not know Captain Sean, but he commands an enterprise. He must be a formidable man. He also has less enthusiasm for activating the gateway than others here. I am certain he has considered all the options.
I'll speak with Sean and see what our options are. Okay. Captain Sean, what do you have to say?
How may I assist you?
Good to see you again. How can I assist you? Do you have a moment?
The team looks like it's almost done with the final checks. Make it quick.
Actually, Ambassador Worf has some concerns about the gateway. And because he can't come over and chat with the Starfleet officer without raising some eyebrows in his own delegation, he's sending you instead. Interesting. Tell him I share in his concerns about the gateway. What does he think we should do? He wants an option to neutralize the gateway if we need to.
I'll admit I've been dubious about this project from the start.
Some things are too powerful for everyone to have. Still, it's my job to do what Starfleet Command orders, so the Enterprise is here to assist and represent the Federation. But it's also my job to protect my ship and the Federation, so I had my engineers work up some contingency plans. If Corin is bringing in extra ground troops to deal with any unwelcome visitors, that should help. My chief engineer worked up a few small spatial charges with enough power to take out the gateway. If we attach them to the base of the pylons, we'll be able to stop a disaster before it starts. I don't want to use them unless we have to. We're here at the Romulan's invitation, after all, but it's always good to have a backup plan. Place spatial charges. Yeah, no one's going to notice me placing spatial charges on this thing. I mean, literally, no one's going to notice me putting spatial charges on the base of this thing. How stupid is that? I think somebody would see me placing spatial charges on the base of this thing. What are you? Ah, good idea. Who said that? Return to Kararek. I think that was Mayek who said that. Where'd Kararek go? So many contacts and people everywhere.
If all the preparations are complete, I see no reason to delay.
Sure, let's activate this thing. That's gonna go well.
Initiating final power transfer.
Uh-huh.
Power output rising. Levels are within expected parameters.
Activating gateway.
Uh-huh. A big gate.
We've got a spike. Attempting to compensate.
Got a spike.
No good.
Oh crap.
Abort! Abort the mission!
Things are falling from the sky. Everybody's running and falling. Rocks are killing people.
Shut it down.
Detonating charges.
Uh-oh.
No effect. Get everyone out of the chamber.
Spatial charges didn't work. Uh-oh, big rock covers the door. Now we go through the gate. We have no choice.
Into the gateway. Now!
Well, now we're gonna find out what's on the other side, that's for sure. And that's that. Through the gateway.
I knew that gateway would be trouble. We can't get a reading on where we are or how far we've traveled. The best we can figure out is that we are not in normal space anymore.
And
we are trapped. The scientists have been able to get a few readings from New Romulus, but the gateway was damaged. We cannot use it to return. A few people managed to grab some supplies on their way through the gateway. They might have something useful. Check the crates. Assist with the wounded. Once we have seen to the immediate problems, then we can worry about getting out of here.
Okay. Where are we? It's purple. We're in a purple place. We've entered Purple Land. Data collection technology and portable sensor units, including a few tricorders. You'll find basic field rations and some extreme weather portable shelters. Emergency medical kits. Assist the wounded. Because now all of a sudden I'm the doctor. A rock hit me on my way through the gate. I guess it could have been worse. I could have still been there when the top of the cavern came down. Use auto suture. Yay, I fixed you. It's my left arm. It hurts to move it. Apply a sling. Thanks, it feels better. Good, yay, I did that. Okay, next. It's okay, it's just a scrape. Apply a bandage. Ah, this is easy. Push button cures. Love it. It's my ankle. I can't put any weight on it. I hope we don't have to move quickly. I don't think I can walk, much less run. Scan injury. Ah, level 2 sprain detected. Patient should report to sickbay for regeneration. If regeneration is not available, field treatment is as follows. Reset, ice, compression, elevation. So, we need a compress. It says incorrect, but... Oh, compression is third. Then I need, rest. Rest isn't on here. Apply emergency cold pack, elevate limb. I guess ice then. Cold pack? And then compress, and then elevate. Yay, I did it. Worf. What do you got, Worf?
I think I can open this door, but I will need your assistance. Once I override the security protocols, you will need to rewire the primary motivator to release the locking clamps. Are you ready?
Yeah. Basically that. Yay, we opened it. Now to see what lies beyond. Oh, it's another round room, the same as the last one, and it's purple too. Basically everything's the same. Very boring. What do you got for me, people? Scan the exits. What's behind door number 1? Interesting. Are you detecting high traces levels of tetrion radiation? It's possible. Looks like tetrion. Sure, it's tetrion, if you say so. My tricorder shows this to be a complex of some kind. There is another larger room further down this hallway. I'm picking up something beyond this door. Well, that's descriptive. Something. Is that something dangerous?
As much as I hate to say this, we will cover more ground if we split up.
Agreed. We should keep in contact as we search.
Commander Nignon will accompany me.
If there is a way home, we will find it.
I will accompany you.
Yay! I'll organize a security detail to remain here. Security detail's gonna die, aren't they? I'll take care of things here. Good luck and watch your back. We don't know who else could be in this place or what they want. Okay, find a way out. Go to next room with Worf. Blee. Triple. I see a red dot. Ooh, I see big orby things. I'm stuck. That was weird, I got stuck on the floor. Investigate room, scan equipment. Ambient traces of Tetrion radiation. So, where is he going? Into a wall? Environmental and life support controls. Data logs show that the environment was recently adjusted from settings non-compatible with most humanoid life. Interesting. The multi-adaptive life support system is technology beyond what is currently used by known alpha and beta quadrant civilizations, but it appears to have the wear and tear of many decades of use.
I'm picking up some odd Tetrion readings, and we've been able to confirm that we're in subspace, but there's nothing conclusive yet.
I think we're in a medical facility, although it's not like any sickbay I've ever seen before.
This facility is mostly automated. That doesn't mean it's abandoned.
We're keeping watch for automated security. Nothing we can't handle yet, but we found something interesting in this room. It looks like some sort of targeting array. I'm going to try to find out more about it. Perhaps it's a way out.
Maybe it's a way to open a gateway to a location, without a corresponding one on the other end.
I'll check in when we know more. Sean out. Ambassador, I think we should take a closer look at the large console.
Good idea. If there is a targeting system and a medical bay, we may find the equivalent of a shuttle bay as well.
Examine strange console. Hello, strange console. I will examine you. You look like a brain. Actually, you don't look like a brain. I don't know what you look like. This is the main control console for the environmental controls of this facility. The environment can be set to accommodate a wide range of humanoid and non-humanoid species. Whoever used these controls last set the environment for a breathable oxygen-nitrogen mixture that is standard for most humanoid species. You cannot determine how long it has been since they were last accessed. Okay, yep, security team is dead. I knew it. Security detail.
Are you sure something here is not blocking our communicators? This is suspicious. We should check in with Karn and Sean's teams.
Captain Corrin, come in.
Corrin here.
We haven't found anything this direction yet. I'll return to our starting location and find out what's happened. Good luck. Sean?
I've found what appears to be some sort of targeting system.
Huh? That's strange. Captain Sean, what is it? And he's gonna die too.
Did you hear that? We should... Ensign, look out!
Ruh-roh. Notify, look for Sean. Okay, Captain Sean's team is in trouble. Hurry! Running, running, running. Let's go save Sean. If we can. Nope, too late. Nobody here but us pads. And weapons. You find a Starfleet-issued phaser, but this one has had several adjustments made to it to maximize its power. The work is impressive. Sean's tricorder. It's still recording, but there's a 4-minute gap in the file. Ooh. It's a standard issue toolkit. You know the ensign with Sean was carrying one like this. Uh-oh, smash comm badge. No sign of Sean's team. We are not alone here. The remains of a comm badge are smashed on the floor along with a smear of blood. Well, that ain't good. This appears to be a targeting system of some sort, with settings for 6 coordinates. It shares some characteristics with a transporter, but the technology is far beyond what you've seen before that you're not sure you'd be able to operate it. This does not bode well. We should rendezvous with Corin and the others. Return to the rest of the refugees. So far things have started out poorly. This is an unidentified assault drone. Ooh, let's try our new weapon. Cool. It's not as powerful as I thought it would be, but it's only marked. What mark is it? It's marked. I forgot what mark it is. Oh, 11. So it's not even 12 or 13 or 14. Okay. So we can stand some upgrades for sure. Is this where we started? Yes. Hell, anyone alive?
We must find Corin and the others.
The only way left to us is the path Corin took. We may find the answers we seek there. We need to hurry. We're all in danger here. Okay, we need to recover the others. We need to follow Corin's path through the door. Before I do that real quick, I just need to take a quick break. This will just be a second cut for you guys, so hang tight. Okay, there we go. I am back, everybody. When you gotta go, you gotta go. You know what I mean? Alright, let's continue here. We need to follow Corin's path, find out what happened to her team. Apparently the red shirt team is gone. Sean is gone, and I'm trying to find out what happened to Corin. Wait, I know this place. I have been here before. Ooh, look at that, everybody. You will recognize that table very clearly from the episode in Star Trek The Next Generation. I believe it's called Schisms. Could be wrong, but that's what I want to say in my head anyway. A very, very creepy episode, I have to say. It makes me think twice about being in the dark and hearing clicking sounds. Oh, the clicking sounds. Oh man, those were scary. Investigate table. This table, I saw one just like it when I served on the Enterprise. Blood, Klingon, and for reason. Corin put up a fight. Where did Worf go? I was looking for Worf. Did he come in the room with me? He disappeared. Examine data storage. There are data entries here that correspond to our missing people. They will be taken for examination soon. Where did Worf go, by the way? It says speak to him. Is he... Where is he? Is he in the wall? What are you doing way back here? How could you possibly see the table from way back here, Worf? You must have, android eyes.
It was a Solanogen-based race, and I have seen this before. When I served on the Enterprise, we attracted attention of aliens who existed solely in subspace. They abducted us, experimented on us. We did not know why, but their actions went far beyond mere curiosity.
Indeed.
We were able to stop them before they established a pocket of subspace on board the ship, but not before they sent a burst of energy through. If these aliens served the Iconians, that energy could have been a message. Corin was not taken without a fight. Of that I am sure. And this table has not been used yet. These aliens must be holding the others. It is only a matter of time before they will be examined as well, and the experiments can be deadly. Everyone here is in danger. We must find and free them.
I love how they are continuing that storyline in TNG. This basically answers the fact of where they went and who the aliens are that captured them, and the fact that they're working for the Iconians. So it's all very cool. I like this connection they have here. Worf, I guess he's just going to stay behind. I don't know. He's supposed to be following me, but the AI is acting up apparently, which happens quite often in this game. Okay, one of these things.
Enemy targets on sensors.
I guess I can use my buffs. I should be using them anyway. Do more damage if I did. There we go. Not bad. Yeah, Worf should be with me here. He's not. I hope he catches up. He'll probably teleport in right when I need him. We can overload the power cell from that Guardian. Sure, this one. Yeah. Be ready. There may be more Guardians beyond this door. Break down door. See, there's Worf, just suddenly appears right in front of me. And he's still not even in front of me. I guess I'm just not going to have Worf this entire mission. Did I break Worf? How does that happen? Hope I don't have to restart the mission because of that, because that would be very annoying. Hope he catches up. Okay, disable the holding pen. We got these people. We got these people. We got these people. Excellent. Okay, got another drone thingy. Let's throw a grenade at him this time. There we go. Not too difficult to bring down. Nobody in this one. We'll disable it anyway. We'll open this one. There we go. And who else do we have? This one.
I don't see Captain Sean or Mayak here.
I don't know.
There's no more time.
We need to stop wandering around this place and get back to New Romulus. Staying here is only going to get more of us killed.
There is still someone missing who could be saved. We are not leaving without them.
He's right. We'll keep looking. Examine an unknown body. This is some unknown alien. We find a desecrated corpse. It's not from a species you recognize. And I really don't recognize it. I don't know who or what that is. Never got an answer to that. Well, let's move on. Is everybody, nobody else is following me either. Okay, that's awesome. Wow. Maybe do I need to talk to somebody back there? Is that why? I'm not sure. I know this. Worf decided to stay back, didn't he? No, there's nobody here to talk to. Even though there's a little talkie icon there. Where is it? Oh, it's this here, which I just did. Examine body. Okay, there's nobody to talk to, and the arrow says move on, so I'm moving on. Hope Worf catches up, though, because I know there's communication with him further in this mission. I don't want to have to backtrack all the way just to talk to him. That would be terrible. Ah, the clickies. Man, those clicks. So creepy, those clicks. Examine Sean. Do I have to fight things? Yes, I do. Is that Sean? That's not Sean. This is Sean. Sean is pale and unresponsive. His breathing is shallow and his pulse rate is dropping. He requires immediate medical attention. Songs, okay. Procedure. Regenerate veins. Restore circulatory function. Purge lymph nodes.
What happened? How... Can you help Mike?
Examine Mike. A quick tricorder scan reveals that Mike's blood has been completely replaced with a synthetic liquid polymer. Even immediate medical attention would be no help. His family and friends will want to know what happened. It may not provide comfort, but it could provide closure. You carefully remove his communicator and identification so that they can be returned to his loved ones.
There's nothing more we can do here.
If you want any hope of finding other survivors or stopping what's happening on New Romulus, we need to keep moving.
Agreed. The best way to honor Mayek's memory is to save his new home.
Okay, follow the energy signature. Well, at least I got Sean with me. Everyone else, I guess, is staying behind. Well, they can just do that then. Me and Sean are escaping. Go through doorway. Oh my gosh, what is that? Huge installation in subspace.
The gateway energy signature is emanating from somewhere across this expanse. We need to find a way across.
My scans indicate there's some sort of control system at work.
Perhaps we can use that to activate a connection to the next platform.
I'm picking up more of those automated defenses.
They are at my tricorder's maximum range, but they will be upon us quickly. The wounded are too weak to put up a fight. We should cross quickly and make our stand from a position of strength.
You should scout ahead.
Oh, I
Horn
should.
and Sean will remain with the injured and defend them if the Guardian drones arrive.
And what are you gonna do, Worf? You're just gonna cower in the corner? Maybe you should go on ahead and scout. Why are you making me? And by the way, thanks for finally catching up. Nice job staying with me there, buddy. Use console. Scout ahead. We will escort the others when the way is clear. I love this concept. It's really cool. Use console? No, that's not a thing. The Sol system. Dominant species, human. Servitor presence, level 4 surveillance in effect. Ideal site for harvesting. Servitor races have used disease epidemics and internal conflicts in ancient past to gather specimens for study. Population is numerous but mostly peaceful. Poor candidates for servitor status. High creativity levels and self-preservation instinct make them inclined to fight rather than submit when faced by overwhelming foe. See Borg for more information. Can be aggressive when threatened. Recommend that all activities in system be covert until invasion is launched. Target for extermination. If Sol system is eliminated, models show that political entity known as Federation may collapse. Ooh, they're watching us. There's Earth. They're watching us. Bridge. This would be another planet. This is New Romulus? No, this is Kronos. Dominant species Klingon. Servitor presence level 4 surveillance. Aggressive, warlike species that dominates this area of space. Strong tendencies to fight rather than submit. Harvesting programs in past have been problematic. Only successful when used in concert with internal conflict. Possible candidate for servitor race if key members of government and entities known as great houses could be used to direct rest of population. Military structure in most organization makes population already accustomed to taking orders from superiors. Recommend study of honor in society for use as a tool for control. If population can be absorbed into servitor species, it would be a great addition to our fighting strength. If they cannot, extermination must be swift. We cannot give the Klingons a chance to organize against us. Uh-oh. So they are scared of the Klingons. They're afraid the Klingons can organize against them. That's pretty powerful position for the Klingons. System Vendros 4, Species Dominion. Servitor presence level 9 surveillance. Dominion scientists discovered an intact gateway 37 cycles ago, but it was destroyed by opposition forces before they could activate it. There are other gateways in the region that remain inactive. Agents are in place to stop the Dominion from discovering the location of these gateways. As to the Dominion themselves, we recommend observation but no engagement. The Dominion are organized and used to subjugating large numbers of species spread across a large area of space. When the Alpha and Beta quadrants were firmly under our control, then we will have the resources needed to conquer the Dominion as well. So they are worried about the forces of the Dominion. Pretty powerful, those forces. Which is very interesting. Alert, connection to the gateway network unstable. Immediate attention required. There are 7,255 gateways. There are 5,967 inactive gateways. Gateways damaged or inoperative are 880. Ooh, alert, the gateways in Andromeda are active. Unauthorized connection to network detected in the Hobus system. But Andromeda Galaxy has gateways. Whoa. How far do the Iconians exist? I guess all the way to the Andromeda Galaxy. System New Romulus, level 8 surveillance. Survivors of Romulan extermination have gathered on site for former Daewon homeworld. They have uncovered sites belonging to servitor races and are attempting to reactivate Gateway. If Gateway is successfully activated, they may threaten entire network. Uh-oh. Well, we did activate it, so I guess we're threatening your network. Attempts to use Elachi to eliminate threat are unsuccessful. Alliance with Tal Shiar is problematic. Romulans as a species show more self-determination and willpower than in previous observations. A leader known as Sela must be controlled or eliminated. Several key members of Romulan Republic Gateway research team have been taken for additional study without their knowledge. Brain scans of researcher Adrana have yielded vital information about Project. Uh-oh. Adrana is being kidnapped by the Solanae. Agents have used that information to destabilize the gateway. If activated, seismic instability will affect the entire planet. Expected outcome is 70% reduction in population. So they set this up. They set up the gateway to fail when we activated it. Ooh. Remaining survivors must not be allowed to form organized groups. Recommend subsuming them into Elachi as soon as possible. Uh-oh. This is very interesting. System Iconia level 1 surveillance in effect. The homeworld is still unsuitable for habitation, although servitor races have begun subspace modifications in preparation for invasion. When Quadrant is pacified, we will use forced labor to terraform the world for our return. All must be as it was. Why must it be as it was is the question. Why do they care so much about Iconia? But interesting that they do. nonetheless. Ooh, it almost fell off there. Let's get this trionium gas first. Alert! Safety measures Theta 6 in effect due to gateway instability. All space gateways for large ship movements have been withdrawn to subspace until network instability is addressed or proper activation codes transmitted. So there are large space-based gates that ships can fly through, bring forces through and stuff. That's kind of scary. Okay, now what? Console? System, Quora, species, Quarren, level 6 surveillance in effect. Industrious and technologically advanced planet. Extremely low level of automation means population must constantly refresh workforce. Use of radioactive mines to infect ship crews and bring them to Quora is interesting, but ultimately inefficient. We would require greater amounts of loyal servitors to pacify Delta Quadrant than this method would provide. Recommend cooperation and eventual inclusion as a servitor race. In exchange for their loyalty and detailed information on their indoctrination techniques, we will alleviate their manpower problems. So this is in the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant is Iconian infantry so far? Well, apparently it does, Worf. In fact, it goes all the way to the Andromeda Galaxy, as we've learned. So, yeah. Delta Quadrant, no problem. We're talking other galaxies here. Current status, ship Obelisk 1, Servitor Solanae. Status, ready to deploy. Activation codes authorized. Waiting for navigational input. So there's some kind of ship of... Whoa, crap, I did fall off. Oh my gosh. I got an accolade for falling off. Leap of faith. Wow. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. That was a complete accident. But hey, I got an accolade for it. Ah, this appears to be some sort of master control panel. I believe we can use it to open up a gateway. Yes, then let's do that. Oh, now we're under fire.
Flanking damage detected.
Summon everyone to the platform. Everybody, platform, come and join us. Kill things with us. Or escape with us, or do whatever. Reroute power. Reconfigure controls. Oh, I wasn't watching. Oh, I missed that again. Okay, let's watch. Yellow, green. Green, red, red. Yellow, blue, blue, blue. The gateway on New Romulus was reset. Ooh, there it is. The gateway is open. Now what? It wasn't the only one. What? Were all the gates open? The paths are retracting. What? Oh, the paths. They don't know we're here, and I don't think they're happy. Or they know we're here, and they don't. Okay. Do you hear that? That doesn't sound good. I agree. Oh, look at all those drones. Crap. Never gonna make that. Worf, we're out of time. Security reinforcements are inbound. We should use this gateway. I agree. Everybody through the gateway. You coming with me? Or should I go by myself? Captain first, everybody else later. I guess I'll go. I went through and nothing happened. Assist Worf with downloading data. Oh, I got more data to download. Fine. Okay, find files. Download data to tricorder.
I have downloaded what I can. It is time to leave. We have cut the network's connection to the new Romulus gate, which should stabilize the situation there. There will be some damage on New Romulus, but it could have been far worse.
Okay, now let's leave. I'm out. Now where are we? This is not New Romulus.
This is a bridge. We have walking wounded, but some of us can still serve. Where do you want us?
Oh, it's a bridge. We're on a ship. So I get to tell people where to go. Console, what are you? Sensor and deflector. Adrana says she's the best. Okay. Oh, she's going to go there. Okay, good. We just had to scan each one. Appears to be tactical console. Sean can go there. This is bridge control for engineering functions. Corin can go there. And is that it? No, 3 of 4. We got one more. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I don't like the way those are positioned. I mean, if I were the captain of the ship and my people were in this little hole and you can't even see what they're doing, I wouldn't like that. This is the primary weapons control. Worf. Go there.
We have saved the Romulans' home world, but the gateways are open now. All of them. We do not know who will use them. It may be the Alachi, or it may be something far worse. We must warn everyone of what is coming.
Activate the gateway and take us out.
Receiving tactical telemetry. I'm detecting another gateway in the Jarrett system. It's big. Ship-sized.
The gateway is transmitting a high-band subspace signal. Sensors are picking up Elachi ships on an intercept course.
I suggest we go there and contact New Romulus for reinforcements.
Okay, let's use the gateway.
Not from here. I can make a gateway for us and set a destination close by, though.
Do it. Just
taking us out.
It. Just do it. There we go. Ooh, look at our big ship. Very purple. Purple is the color theme
Sensors
today.
show that we are in the Jarrett system. Systems are all reading normal, but objects sighted near the ship. It is an Iconian gateway.
I'm very glad to see you all safely returned. When the quakes began, we lost all communications with the gateway chamber and feared the worst. But where did you go? Through the gateway? And what is that ship? I've never seen anything like it.
I'll provide a full report as soon as I can. Suffice it to say that we had to open the entire Iconian gateway network to save New Romulus.
You reset... elements preserve us.
There could be hundreds of gates, thousands. Are they all active now? There was a ship-sized gateway hidden in subspace in this system.
Enough talk! The gateway is transmitting a signal. I am picking up a corresponding one from an entire fleet of Alachi ships on an intercept course.
Uh-oh.
Send every available ship. We must fight if we are to survive.
Sending reinforcements now. Good luck, and may the elements protect us all.
We will hold the Alachi here until reinforcements arrive. Look at our big ship. This is
Press
a
the launch
monster.
button to create a wing of fighters to...
I know how to do that. This is really cool. It's too bad we don't get to keep this ship.
Activate attack mode to send your fighters after the selected enemy.
Yeah, I know. Go away.
Activate escort mode to have...
Yeah. Defeat the Alachi. Okay.
Activate intercept mode.
Go, stop it.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Activate recall mode. Target fighters to fail.
That's track beam repulsor. I don't want that. Well, that was cool. There we go. There's more coming. Good. Ooh, mod bosses.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target chains have failed.
Well, we took a lot of damage, but we came out of it all right. There we go. Decide the fate of the gateway.
There is still the matter of what to do about the gateway. That discussion cannot be delayed.
Here
the
we
Alachi
go.
forces have been destroyed. No further hostiles inbound. Captain Shan, the Enterprise should scan the gateway. We need to know more.
Agreed. But we should destroy that gateway now, while we still have the chance.
No! That gateway is in Romulan space. It belongs to the people of the Romulan Republic.
Another invading force could arrive at any moment.
Afraid of a fight, Captain?
Corrin, prudence is not cowardice. The gateways are powerful. They may be too much for any of us to control.
We should disable it before it becomes another threat to the Romulans, and to us all.
How is this different from the wormhole near Bajor? This is a strategic and scientific asset, and it belongs to my people. Captain Sean, if you destroy the gateway, I can assure you that Titan will reconsider our friendly relations with the Federation.
The Klingon Empire will fully support our Romulan allies in this matter.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. Sir, we've been scanning the gateway.
What did you find?
The terminus is at a fixed point now. We can determine that. But then, I don't know what we picked up, but the monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega. We're locked out of the computer, and engines are offline. We need you back on the Enterprise, sir.
I see. That changes things significantly.
Indeed it does. I should return to the Bortisque. Worf will be waiting for you. Corrin to the Bortisque. One to transport.
I should return to New Romulus immediately.
Ambassador, it was a pleasure to work with you. I wish we could have had that talk.
Agreed. Another time. Send my regards to your chief engineer, Captain.
I'll let Chief O'Brien know. Sean to Enterprise. Transport me directly to my ready room.
Today was a glorious battle. You have won much honor for yourself and your allies. It seems there are larger conflicts that all of our people will need to face. If we are to survive, we may need to face them together. It was an honor to fight beside you.
Wow, okay, exit the system. Take us out. So that is the Obelisk Carrier, which we actually did get as a reward, I think, when it came out a long time ago, or this mission did, or whatever. I gotta, let's see if I have that. No, maybe I didn't have it on this character. I'm thinking of my other characters. Unless I have it in the bank, which I'm not sure if I do or not. Let's turn this into Titan. The gateway discovered beneath the surface of New Romulus is prepped and ready for activation. Because the Romulan Republic is... Oh, yeah, okay, we can turn that on. Let's read it. While it is regrettable that so many gateways were unlocked, I know that together we will face the future. Our governments will be in contact in regards to this Omega situation. When we are prepared to do that, I know you will be involved. Thank you, Admiral. And good luck in the future. You will receive the following reward, skill points, blah, blah, blah. And now we come upon our actual really good reward. Now, remember, folks, I am using phaser energy type. And that is so that I can benefit from these phaser quad cannons that came with another free ship we got a while ago on a promotion. However, because I'm using phaser energy type, I have to use phaser energy type tactical consoles. So this ancient omnidirectional beam is anti-proton damage. I would not be getting much from it and just wasting a space basically. But if you were flying anti-protons, go for this and get this weapon. It is a 360 degree beam. You can tell because it has the arc modifier, and what that allows it to do is fire in any direction. So you can put it in the rear of your ship, for example, like where a turret would go or something. And this thing can fire the beam 360 degrees all the way around your ship. So it can help with forward firepower. So you can have all 3 or 4 of your forward weapons maxed out, and then adding this on the rear will add a 5th weapon helping with forward firepower. So it's a very cool, but it's based on anti-protons, so you'll be wasting space or not getting the most out of it unless all your other weapons are also anti-proton. So since that doesn't benefit me, I'm going to go for the warp core. Now this is the Obelisk Subspace Rift warp core. This is the warp core basically that's on that Obelisk carrier. This is a unique warp core. This is very rare. It has that little infinity symbol on there. When we get it, all I have to do is hit the upgrade on it, and it'll go to Mark 11 or 12. This has a +5 additional auxiliary power. Very important for a science ship, not so much for us, but later on we're going to be getting some things where auxiliary power might help. +10 to maximum auxiliary, again, very science-based. Maximum warp factor 5 adds 7.5 of your auxiliary power to your shield power. So the little auxiliary power we do have will be added to our shield power as bonus power. It has a 50% recharge time reduction in slipstream drive, so that's going to help us be able to use slipstream more. And it has a resistance to subsystem offline status, and it's got a +20% turn rate in slipstream and a slipstream speed bonus. So if we use a lot of slipstreams, this would help with that. Otherwise, I mean, it's not the best warp core that exists in the game, but it's better than, you know, a cheap warp core. This is not bad. So I'm going to choose this, and we're going to ride with this warp core. Of course, we'll do the next mission in the next episode. But anyway, let's go to Soul Space, and we'll compare our numbers, our power numbers is what I'm trying to say, with and without this warp core, so we can see if there's any difference in anything power-wise. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of let it settle down and get all its numbers going here. It looks like we're at 125 weapon power, 65 shield, 50 engine, and 45 auxiliary. And this boosts our shield power, but not our shield capacity. So our shield power is at 65. It's so it's going to take auxiliary power and change that into shield power, and then it's going to help with a slipstream stuff. And then subsystem repair is quite nice. Resist subsystem offline status. Got a little bit of that. So let's see. Let's put this on. We're at 65 down there. Let's put this on. Now we're at 68 shield power, 45 engine, and 50 auxiliary. So we did go up. It was 45 auxiliary before, so it went up 5. So there we go. Don't really have much else to say about that. We will use this warp core on our ship. It's not a huge bonus to everything. Oh yeah, let me upgrade it. If we just go to upgrade item, there we go. Now it's marked 12. Now what does it have? +5 additional auxiliary, +10 aux. No, 7.5 on that, 50%. That all looks about the same. The shield power buff has increased, though. Shield power buff has increased. So we have right now pretty much a better warp core than we had before. It's a mission-based reward. So far, these rewards are much better than what you get otherwise. So until you get reputation gear stuff and into a fleet and all that, this is probably going to be the best warp core to use until that moment. So we'll just keep using it until then. And that's pretty much that. That was a very long mission, but it sets us up for what's going to be happening in the whole Solanae Dyson stuff, because those were the Solanae, and that Obelisk ship, by the way, is Solanae based, so that race is called the Solanae. We haven't really met the Alachi on this character too much, but if you play as a Romulan on the Romulan faction, you will become very aware of the Alachi. The Alachi are really trying to bring down the Romulans, so you're going to find the Alachi there. But we met the Solanae here, then we fought the Alachi at the end. The next thing is, of course, is the Iconians, which are above all of them. They are servitor races to the Iconians. They work for the Iconians. In turn, the Iconians give them a lot of technology, and then they do things with it, bad things. Like they're doing kidnapping. The Solanae are kidnapping us and experimenting on us. And the Alachi just want to kill the whole Romulan species or whatever. So a lot going on there, but this really gets us into all this cool stuff coming up. And like I said, the mission rewards just keep getting better and better. I can't wait till we get to the Solanae space set and I get to look at those pieces and see if that will benefit us on this ship, because that is a really cool set too as well. Anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you for watching this very long video. If you stuck all the way through, I really appreciate it. The next mission that we will play is called Circles Within Circles. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.